Look, well, I agree with everybody that the OGL 1.1 is a terrible idea. And Watsy, if you're watching, just don't do it. You're only hurting yourself. You're gonna cut your audience at least in half, if not even worse than that, if you stick with this. But the OGL 1.1 is not going to destroy D&D. It's just gonna make everything a little bit more of a pain in the ass. What do I mean by that? Well, now when I buy an adventure off of the DM's Guild, I'm going to have to download not only the adventure that I bought, but the second PDF that they're charging zero for that has all of the SRD and 5e stuff on it. You pay for the system agnostic stuff with all the lore and all the actual adventure, the separate PDF that has all the D&D stats. Why? Because now if you release a PDF that uses SRD stuff, you gotta give Watsy 25% if you make over 750,000, assuming they don't change that. They can own it, they can sell it, well, and you have to report your earnings. Well, if you just separate everything out, which is exactly what people are going to do, they're going to separate it out. They're going to say, all right, look, the adventure is going to be in a system agnostic adventure that I release for however much they're going to charge for it, however much DM's Guild takes off the top of that, whatever, that's where that's going to be. Then the free document that has all the 5e stats in it. So when I say that it's an easy lock, you know that means DC 12. When I say that, there's like a couple of bandits here, you know that this is the stat block for bandits. It's this one from the monster manual, or the stat block I just made up myself. If I'm releasing a world, a campaign world, an idea, yeah, there's going to be two documents. One has all of the information about the kingdom of blah, 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 and their, musketeers, and the other one has the class abilities of the musketeer. None of the flavor text, none of the lore, right? You're not going to put any of the fluff in there because you don't want to give the fluff to Watsy. You want to keep the fluff for yourself because you're a creator, but all the crunch is going to be in a separate document. That's all it's going to be. You're going to get fluff in a system agnostic document, and you're going to get crunch in a separate document. And I know a lot of people that have Patreons. I don't have a Patreon because I got like 100 subscribers. I'm nobody. But I know a lot of people with Patreons are worried. They're like, oh, but what if I give away D&D stuff on Patreon? Well, you're just going to have to go through and mark that everything with D&D stuff in it is free. And you probably want to do the dual document thing as well, so you're not giving away lore and art and other things with the D&D content, because again, Watsy's just going to take it, assuming the 1.1 OGL is real. I hope it's not. I hope Watsy's a lot smarter than that, because they're shooting themselves in the foot with this one, but all in all, I think the community can get by this, which is going to release system agnostic adventures, system agnostic lore, with free PDFs that allow you to use a more popular game system with it. And who knows? Maybe some of us will come up with other game systems that we like, and we'll use and do PDFs for that as well. So maybe I'll have a D&D PDF for my adventure, or maybe a Deathbringer PDF, like how to do this in Deathbringer. Much shorter PDF. That's all right. So OGL 1.1, if true, not going to destroy all of D&D. Might blow up in Watsy's face and make our lives a little bit more difficult, because now it's all like, oh, the system agnostic gaming. There'll be a euphemism, system agnostic high fantasy adventure game. All right, system agnostic high fantasy. So Safog equals, there's a D&D PDF that's free outside of it, but that's just going to be stat blocks and class abilities. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing class stuff, if you're making like classes, if you're making feats, if you're making spells, yeah, that stuff's gonna have to go in a document Watsy can steal. But all of your lore, all of your adventures, all of your ideas, as long as it's not rules, just put in a separate document and yeah. Sorry, Watsy, but that's gonna happen. All right. I did have an idea of how to monetize without pissing us all off, but the OGL thing seems more important. All right, anyway, like and subscribe, and I will see you all later.